Hello everyone, back again on the K-Pop Today channel. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share this video. Today we will discuss the breaking news about BTS Jimin. See the video until the end. Jimin, a famous member of BTS, has recently been in the media spotlight after being involved in a case involving Lee Jin-ho, a comedian who is facing serious problems due to his addiction to online gambling. According to reports, Jimin is rumored to have loaned Lee Jin-ho 100 million Korean won, which is equivalent to 1.14 billion Indonesian rupiah. This incident caused concern among fans and the wider community. Big Hit Music, BTS agency, did not remain silent and immediately confirmed the news. In their statement, they explained that Jimin suffered financial losses due to Lee Jin-ho's involvement in illegal gambling practices. This situation is certainly very disturbing for Jimin, who has been known as a careful person in managing his finances. This case surfaced after Lee Jin-ho released an official statement. In his confession, he admitted that gambling addiction had ruined his life. He explained that it all started in 2020 when he first tried gambling online. From then on, he was trapped in a growing cycle of debt, and eventually felt compelled to ask for help from his friends, including Jimin. Lee Jin-ho expressed deep regret for his actions. He apologized to everyone affected, especially to Jimin, who was unknowingly caught up in his troubles. He promised to improve himself and will take steps to overcome his addiction, hoping to become a better person in the future. As a form of responsibility, Lee Jin-ho decided to step down from the television program he appeared on, the popular show Knowing Brothers. JTBC, the television station that broadcasts the program, has also committed to removing as many of Lee Jin-ho's appearances as possible from the final episode, in a move to preserve the show's reputation and provide space for healing for all involved. Meanwhile, BTS fans, ARMY, gave their full support to Jimin amidst this difficult situation. They expressed hope that Jimin would get through this time well, and that he would regain his lost finances. Many expressed concern about the emotional impact of this incident, given the pressure that K-pop idols are often under. This case serves as a reminder to many about the risks of gambling addiction and the consequences it may have, not only for the individuals involved, but also for those around them. With hopes for recovery and positive change, the public looks forward to the steps Lee Jin-ho and Jimin will take to deal with this situation going forward. Amidst the hustle and bustle of the Korean entertainment industry, Lee Jin-ho, a comedian known for his entertaining appearances on the show Knowing Brothers, was caught up in some serious trouble. One night, after finishing filming, Lee Jin-ho was feeling depressed. He had just suffered a huge loss in online gambling, which he had started trying since early 2020. The addiction had further damaged his finances, and he was now in a mountain of debt. While relaxing with friends, he shared the story of his predicament. One of the friends suggested seeking help from other celebrities he could rely on. This is where Jimin, a famous BTS member, came to mind. Lee Jin-ho knew that Jimin was known to be kind and always ready to help. After a few days of thinking about this decision, Lee Jin-ho ventured to contact Jimin. He explained his situation honestly, revealing how he needed money fast to pay off his mounting gambling debts. "I promised to return it in a week," he said hopefully. Jimin, hearing the desperate tone in Lee Jin-ho's voice, agreed to lend him 100 million won. With the written agreement in hand, Lee Jin-ho was relieved. However, as the deadline approached, he became more and more trapped in the world of gambling. The money that should have been used to pay off the debt was instead used to try his luck again, hoping to get a big win to pay it all off at once. Unfortunately, that hope only led to defeat. When payment time came, Lee Jin-ho couldn't pay the debt to Jimin. Feeling guilty, he contacted Jimin and asked for additional time. In a face-to-face meeting, Jimin patiently listened to Lee Jin-ho's explanation. Jimin was concerned about his friend's condition, but he also had to think about his own finances. "I don't want to make this situation worse," Jimin said. "How about we make a new deal? I'll let you pay in installments for 10 years. Lee Jin-ho was touched by Jimin's kindness, even though he knew he had betrayed his friend's trust. With a heavy heart, he accepted the offer, promising to do his best to keep his word. However, when further investigation was conducted, it was revealed that Lee Jin-ho was not only facing personal debt problems, but also legal issues due to illegal online gambling. In a statement on social media, he admitted his addiction and promised to take responsibility for all the consequences of his actions. In the midst of all this hardship, Jimin remained supportive of Lee Jin-ho, hoping that his friend would be able to get back on his feet. Both must now struggle to deal with the consequences of their decisions. Lee Jin-ho to improve his life and Jimin to maintain his trust and reputation in showbiz. This story is not just about debt and gambling, but also about friendship, regret, and hope for a better future. Comedian Lee Jin-ho, who is widely known for his entertaining appearances on the JTBC TV show Knowing Brothers, is now in the public eye for being involved in a rather horrendous debt and online gambling scandal. In a report released by TenAsia and Yonhap News on October 14, 2024, it was revealed that Lee Jin-ho had borrowed a fantastic sum of 100 million won, which is equivalent to around 1.14 billion Indonesian rupiah, from Jimin, a famous member of the music group BTS, in 2022. In an urgent situation, Lee Jin-ho told Jimin that he needed the money urgently and promised to return it within a week. Jimin, who is known to be a generous and caring person, agreed to lend the money by signing a written proof that set a deadline for repayment. However, unfortunately, Lee Jin-ho failed to fulfill his promise and was unable to repay the debt within the agreed time. In an attempt to settle the matter amicably and avoid further conflict, Jimin eventually agreed to grant a waiver by allowing Lee Jin-ho to repay the debt in installments over the next 10 years. Upon further investigation, it was revealed that Lee Jin-ho was entangled in an illegal online gambling problem. The money loaned by Jimin was apparently used by Lee Jin-ho to pay off the debt incurred by the gambling activity. In a statement written on social media, Lee Jin-ho admitted that he had started actively gambling online since 2020, which eventually led him into severe financial difficulties. He said, "I first tried online gambling in 2020, and it got me into a very difficult problem. Thanks to the advice and support of my colleagues, I was finally able to quit, but I realized that I might have sacrificed the career I loved." The comedian, who was born on April 15, 1986, emphasized that he has always been committed to repaying debts to everyone who helped him, including Jimin. "I'll pay until I die," he stated firmly, showing his determination to take responsibility. Lee Jin-ho also stated that he would be cooperative if the online gambling issue went to trial, and that he was prepared to face the consequences of his actions. "I will take responsibility for the consequences of my actions," he said knowingly. Meanwhile, Big Hit Music, BTS management, has confirmed that Jimin did lend money to Lee Jin-ho as reported by the media. The agency also did not deny the existence of an agreement between Jimin and Lee Jin-ho regarding the repayment of the debt. Thank you everyone for watching the update video from member BTS. Don't forget to follow this channel so you don't miss other update news from BTS. Have a nice day.